Hello, hello. This is Kristina, your host today, digital marketing coach and host of KSM podcast, Growing Business Online with Kristina. And what I wanted to say today is that this is such a special episode. It's not like every which I've done before, but in some way we will have just like two hosts in some way. But anyway, I'm your host today, and I have my special guest, Ladislav Sumertnik, and Ladislav is transformational coach. Ladislav, welcome to the special episode of KSM podcast.
Thank you, Kristina, for having me today. I'm so happy to be on your podcast again. And what I want to mention is that I want to congratulate you to become one of the 10 most recommended podcasts about online business in the 2023. So congratulations to your growth. And for those who are listening, I'm just recommending to listen more during 2023.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, and this KSM podcast, Growing Business Online with Kristina. Thank you so much for mentioning that. And it has been selected as one of 10 podcasts, which is recommended to in a business, in growing online business, and selected to. It's worth it to watch it and listening. So thank you for thank you for mentioning and support. So Ladislav, today we're going to talk about transformational business. We're going to talk about, just introduce yourself for our listeners who will listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google Podcast, FM Player, Podchaser, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook.
So let's talk about it then. I'm transformational coach. I'm also emotional coach and leadership coach. I'm a professional in human potential, and I help individuals who need help in emotional struggles like stress, anxiety, and overwhelm, insecurity. And I also help leaders to tap into their human potential to better their leadership skills. So this is what I do. And you mentioned the transformation, and maybe not many people realize how important transformation is in their life. And this is because many people are struggling with some circumstances. They want to change circumstances, they want to change where they are, and they are struggling, they are fighting with it. And the very important thing to understand here is that the circumstances, what is the outcome, it's just reflection of what is going on inside of the people. So when we want to change something outside, the change has to happen in the inside, and not only change, but transformation, completely new reality for the person. Because struggling with the old and trying to fix something which is not fixable, or looking to change the things or to solve the problems where the problems are not, that's it's just tiring and overwhelming and simply big struggle. So and the problem is never solved on the level of the problem. You have to raise your levels to actually solve the problem from different angle, from different level. And this all is about transformation, how to transform from inside out. So yeah, that's about the transformation, and this is really important to consider when we are struggling, when we want to change something, when we are looking for growth and we are stuck somewhere. And there is very important a help of a coach, because many times, and we can observe that when we many times see the good or the bad on the other person, but we struggle to see it on ourselves. So that's why a help from a coach, from a professional coach who can see the potential in ourselves is very important for our growth and for our business, for solving problems, for solving struggles we are going through. And so I think I don't know if this is like how humankind is made, so that we need the help from the other people, but this is how it is, and this is how it really helps for our life. And what else do we have than our life? You know, how we can praise the, I mean, how we can put price on the help of a coach when they are helping us to change something, the only thing we have, our life.
Yes, and just for our listeners who will listen to this podcast, KSM Business Online with Kristina, there's a special episode today. Is that your coach? You're based in Germany, which is just for new listeners, just to know about you. And also, what I wanted to, I'm so curious about you. Tell us a little bit about your background and how did you start this coaching a little bit, because and how this coaching, what you do, helped you to move forward and discover you inside of you, that you really wanted to have a freedom, because you're a true freedom coach.
Yeah, that's true. I was having quite a successful business before, but I was really hitting some walls, and I was looking for how to break the walls and how to redefine what I'm doing and find a new way for me. And in that time, I also used the services of coaches which helped me so much to find my way, to find my passion, to find where are my talents. And when you start to work with that, when you start to work with what you are good in, when you start to work where your talents are, then the work start to be like more enjoyable, and the growth is much faster and better. And I so much loved this service. I so much find also my talents in this industry. And I absolutely love people. I love when people are growing. I love to see it. It's giving me so much energy just to see people grow and people overcome challenges they have. So this is something which I'm totally drawn to, and to do this business. So this is how I find myself in the industry.
And I
it's
think
like
that you really discovered yourself through this coaching, because you like freedom, you like to help people, and to help them, that people can just recognize themselves inside of them and discover, because we are all in some kind of in a box inside of us. And if we don't have some coach as you are, just to move forward and to discover who we are exactly, because we sometimes don't have awareness about it, and this is, and I really love that, and I'm super happy with that, and congratulations you on decision to move forward and live life which you wanted to live.
Thank you very much, Kristina, and that's absolutely true. We are born into some system which is prepared for us before we are born, and we are just told how to live in the system, how to fit into the system, and many times we don't realize that we are living in a box, and that's why it's very important to have help from somebody who can show us more than the inside of the box. We can show us that there is more possibilities in life. There are more. The box is much bigger than we think, and that even we can open, and we have the freedom to open the box and look out of the box. And many times we can find such beautiful things in ourselves which are sleeping there, and we can make them up.
And sometimes we don't have awareness about it, because we need someone, because sometimes we need, as you have a coach to transform yourself and realize and get maybe new skills, because we have opportunities are everywhere. I know I worked with you, you worked with me, and I know how I discovered myself in terms I was overwhelming, and how to simplify things, how things are so simple, but we just need to follow our dreams, to follow our intuition in some way, to move forward and live life which deserve to live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. That's true.
Yeah, that's really nice. And I know that you have your True Freedom coaching, and also about leadership. And can you tell us a little bit about what you do in True Freedom coaching and leadership? This is new program, but you have in other, just to tell us and share with us what do you prepare in some way.
As I mentioned, I'm working with individuals who are looking for, solving their challenges, especially emotional challenges. And I help people to tap into their genius, to tap into what all the resources they are born with, so that they can actually deal with anything what life throws at them. This is like a toolkit which in any situations in life or in the business. That's why I'm also working with the leaders, because it's so much applicable in a business too. They can tap into their genius. They can tap into what the potential they have, and use it in life and business. And usually I'm working one-on-one with people, which I find as the best option, because of the quality of the service, because of how deep I can go with the client, and because of how a huge impact it has on the clients. But this time I decided that I'll create something which is more affordable, because of course the one-on-one services have a higher price tag, and not many people can afford that, and not many people can find a way how to get a good coach, how to get in touch with a good coach, and helping them with their struggles, either overwhelming, or they are stuck somewhere, or they have some emotional challenges, or just to discover themselves, just to be more authentic, more confident, more clear about who am I and where I can go. So I decided to open this bootcamp, which is a True Freedom Coach Bootcamp, or TFC Bootcamp, which has a much more affordable price. And this is the way how people can come, and how they can experience self-discoveries, how they can experience transformation, which we talk about, and also empowerment, growth, clarity, confidence. And they can overcome stress, anxiety, limiting beliefs, and also insecurities. And we can dive into topics like human potential. We can dive into energy of money. Many people are struggling with money, and we can dive into such a topic. Relationship, how to better relationships. And we can do it through workshops. We can have live coaching, live Q&As, and also to bring a community together where people can find connections, can find like-minded people, can find people who some friendships, and also on the top of that, I'm for the people who will come to my bootcamp can get up to 50% special offers on my one-on-one coaching sessions, which is so much valuable. So this is the way how people can, more broad audience can come and experience transformations, experience work with a coach, and experience work with me. So this is the option I'm offering now. This bootcamp where we can come and we can have beautiful time and life-changing experiences.
And can you share with us just about a little bit? I'm so curious about duration. Is it going to be online, and how 1 day, 2 days, how is it going with this? And we will put all information and links about this podcast also, but also can you share a little bit info about it, just for listeners who will listen to this podcast and this special episode about this bootcamp also?
It will be 4 live coaching sessions on a weekly basis. So it's like a 1-month program, and the sessions will be in the duration of 2 hours, 120 minutes, and so it's online format and a kind of intensive. So we will be discussing what the people will bring on the table, and we can also discuss some basic informations about the human potential, about how people's experiences are created, and all to help actually in the transformation and in the empowering of the people who will attend the bootcamp. So right now that will be like 1-month program. So 4 sessions on a weekly basis.
And tell me about your students and clients, are they going to have some kind of workbook, or meanwhile when is it going to be group session, as you said, 1 month?
Yeah.
And just for more details, because it's going to be much more attractable for people to understand and join the program.
Yes, this will be a group session, so it's focused on the group. So it's not a one-on-one format, it's a group session, but I want to bring the highest quality as I can in this format. So as I said, it's a more affordable, it's more like a group format, and but still in the focus to bring the best for the audience.
Yeah, and to be honest, I would like to join as well, because I will, because I know that I can get such as a big and huge benefit, because I know you work with me, and I know how and I've done some transformation as well, and you helped me a lot. Thank you so much for that, because we had some coaching session. It was last year and continued this year, and I know how it's, and I simplify many things and discover many opportunities which I didn't have awareness about it, but now I'm and about this podcast, how it's just grows and grows, because you need to love what you do, but sometimes and you need to connect with your own self, just with your universal mind, with your and I learned a lot from there. So for people, it's, as you said, that is going to be online, the leaders are going just to transform themselves, and also who will be so fit. You said leadership, but are they going to be people from every industry, and to discover their human potential and move forward, just can you share a little bit about that?
So first of all, I will be very happy to welcome you in the group. So absolutely.
Me too. Thank you.
And
Thank you for invitation.
And also thank you for your feedback on my work. And as I said, this is for more broad audience. So actually, anybody who have struggles in the life, who would like to see or get a help from a professional, get help from somebody who can discover or help them to discover the blind spot in their life, either if it's in struggling with money, with business, relationships, or just simply people struggling with constant stress, anxiety, and all these emotional things. All this can help, or this bootcamp can help in all these areas. So this is open really for a broad audience, and just to come and experience something like a coaching, because many people are not yet actually even having a coach. So this is also an opportunity for the people to experience coaching for very, very low price. So this is very, very broad. So if you are just struggling, if you just want to discover more about yourself, which can help you in your life or in a business, it's not just for business people. It's also for people who are living challenges in their own lives.
Yeah,
So,
and I think that so just we need to experience that and try. And I would love to invite listeners to join the program to experience that, because if we don't try, we have never know how it's going to be. And this is the point, just to discover yourself, to discover your true freedom, your human potential, because we really have a human potential, but we are not. Sometimes we don't have awareness. We're maybe on some subconscious mind, unconscious mind, and we wanted to that subconscious mind move into the conscious mind. Because is that correct? Because we really need to be in front of mirror what we talk about with our own self, just to see who we are, what we do. But sometimes we need someone as you are, like you are, to discover and help us to discover ourselves and who we are and what we do and what we wanted to do. Maybe we have such a good skills, but we didn't, but inside of us, we don't recognize it. And in some way, this is the way how I discovered many skills, which I didn't done before, which I didn't do. And now I'm super happy with that, when you feel I'm feeling that I really like this podcast. I really like to do it as a host and have such amazing speakers, and still learn from there and get many answers and questions, which I wanted to ask myself, but ask them. So, and I grown that way as a person, as a entrepreneur, as however, and whatever you wanted to say that.
Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. It's very important. And just when you realize that you have only one life, and just to losing the most precious time you have of trying to figure it by yourself and struggling, it's always much better to get a coach and discover something new, because the coach will help you to ask yourself questions maybe you never thought about, and discover something new, as you said, and it's absolutely seen how, as you are tapping into your potential, how your podcast is growing, how you are more and more successful, how much more easier for you the life is, and how less stressful you are. So that's all the, and as I said, the coaching services one-on-one are usually very high price tag. So this is the option, this is the possibility to experience something like this for very, very affordable price.
Yeah, that's really nice. And as you said, tap in yourself, but also life is so simple. But we, through our behavior, through our environment, we create that very complex and very complicated. But try to put all those things to be simple and simplify things and see what happened. We have to put it down on basics and move. And this is what I learned from you. Simplify things with one word. Just simplify things, and you will be much more happy and feel freedom and feel life, and you will love yourself much more. Self-love is so important.
Absolutely. And the confidence and really you see how other people connect with their genius, what they have in themselves, and they just let it shine. It's so amazing. I love it.
Because when you, as you said, you can just explain that when you simplify things and move other things around, which just from news, from environment, negativity, negative stuff, negative talk, negative wording, just put yourself and you will see how you will grow. You will see how you will feel that. And you have space to see with other eyes than you so think today. Maybe tomorrow, in next month, you will see how you will see your progress. And so anything what you do, is it relationship, professional, life, any way, So this is so important, just to move things which are not fit to you, because you don't have awareness about it, because it's on some level, and try to figure out and simplify it and move forward. And you will see how you will feel and be successful on that way. I'm talking that from my experience, really.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm super happy with that.
Thank you.
As I'm in digital space, but we're human being. And what I was thinking, that we have no competition. Why? Because we are unique. And you, as a transformational coach, you do on your way. What I do on this podcast, I do on my own way. And this is no copy, because we are all unique. We are human beings. And this is the way how we just evidence our potential and move forward. And we will like ourselves, and people just connect with us, and we can grow together. And this is the point, because the point of this podcast is just to grow business online, and help people to discover them, that they can tap into in their do offline or online. But anyway, if you do offline, you need to have some kind of presentation, anyway, if you don't have a website, but there are many people who do that from by Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, anyway, of some social platforms, and some business page on social media. This is for free. Either that they wanted to start business, they don't have to have some starting points in terms to get financial, because they're in 0 points and start. So they need something to grow. And this is in this podcast, a point to help people to move forward, and grow in online space.
Absolutely, Kristina. And one more thing, maybe to add, for those who are starting their new business, it's also very important. What are your skills? Where are you good in? What are your talents? And this is also some of my work, which I help people to find their genius, to find what they are talented in, when they will be doing, they will be enjoying it. And because they enjoy the work, because they are working something which is very natural for them, the success is inevitable.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. This is so true. Yeah, if you just really, but also if you reflect yourself from outside, and you reflect that on your face, people just like to see you, to see body language. And I was in front of camera once, but when I started doing that, and I saw that I'm much more comfortable to speak than to write. And I like to speak with people, and I love that people just feel relaxed in this podcast as we do that today, and this is lovely. I'm heart-centered oriented entrepreneur because I really love what I do. And true, when you have a coach who can help you and move you forward, just imagine your success is is guaranteed, just in some way. But you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe it, who will do that? No one. We must believe in ourselves and discover our potential. And because you're just really true freedom coach, working with you, you will just discover your freedom anyway. Financial, life freedom, friends, whatever maybe, in conversation freedom.
That's yeah, sometimes even it surprised me, and I love it so much. It surprised me how much how much amazing things are in the people when I start to work with them, and when we go through some sessions, and I love how I'm surprised what is inside of the people, what come out. And this is something which I think is the best thing in the world.
Sometimes it looks like incredible because, can you find yourself sometimes that you write something or you spoke something, and then after that you cannot believe that you were there, that you wrote that, you were writing, or this is for myself. Sometimes I created something, and after that, after a while, maybe after a month, 2 months, a year, I just don't want to tell, a year is such a long time of period. I cannot believe it that I do that. And because this is such a huge potential in ourselves, but we need to discover it, because if we cannot do it, just connect with Ladislav and he will help you as he helped me. So just to move, and he's such an amazing coach because he really grow with you. And I wanted to say, in our interaction and working together, and with your work with other clients, you just see your progress as well. Absolutely. That you feel yours satisfaction inside of you, and see how people grow.
That's true. That's absolutely true, because everybody, we have something in ourselves to give, and of course I'm growing with the clients too, because the clients also have something which is inside of them, and because of our interaction we can bring it out. And many times I learn from a client something what they bring, and it's such an amazing cooperation, I must say.
Yes, and when you take action, you have interaction, and because I know from my experience, I learned really, as I said, I learned a lot from my guest speakers, but also the point is to practice, because if you don't have practice, and you can always, when people share their story, you will always find a way to discover and get answered the question. If you're something in stuck and you don't know how to do it, some answers will come. Just ask, in universe, and who knows, will send you answer. You will get it, but if you don't ask, you can never know how it's going to be with this. And I like practical side, right? What I love in that coaching is it's so simple working with you, no much theory, a lot, because we need to put that in practice to work, right? And create it, example, and start with starting points. I know that you can encourage some people who are stuck just to start their business. Can you share a little bit, how do you do that with your clients, with someone who have idea, but they're not really stuck in there? They know how to start. They don't know how to, maybe they're stuck in some and shy, and feel and have fear in some way, but you can move them forward just to encourage themselves to move and to start business or any other thing in their life.
Absolutely, Kristina. And this is thank you for pointing this out, because truly my coaching is not about adding new theory. It's more about unlearning something. which is stopping us, which is limiting us. And my focus is truly to put it into practice. So I'm very focused on that my clients actually can apply what they have into their lives, because just to learn something new, it's not really much of use. And when you are asking how I would maybe help to some new people who actually are looking for having their business, many times what is helping to these people is to get more clarity about what they are good in, what is their plan, how they want to do the business, and very much simplify what they do to help them to be less overwhelmed, because many times the new people or people who starting their business are very overwhelmed about many things about the business, so much that they are stuck in non-action, you know. And I know that on myself, because I was in such a position too years ago when I wanted to have my business. I was suffering. I was truly suffering by perfectionism, for example, or you know, just overwhelmed, and or you know, procrastination, and all these things which are based in how we look at the business, how we think about the business, what we believe about the business. And this is all the things I can help to the new people to get them a better clarity, to simplify things, to really also help the people on the emotional level to change a relationship with their business, so that they will be feeling different about the business. And when they feel good about their business, it's very much more simpler to do the business, to do the steps which are needed to do than in any other situation. So this is how it would be maybe for the beginners.
And this is in your 3P coaching, you know, if you can tell us what is it about. This is a way to simplify things and to discover yourself and your potential, because I think that people don't have time to read such a theoretical part, because we need to simplify things and put in action and immediately move forward. This is the way what in 3P is that people can understand, to simplify things and always get on basics, always get on basics level, to move forward, always with something which they wanted to do, and to be much more confident and have clarity about what they want. Because there are many people who want something. I know from my experience with websites and what in my team for the web and graphic for many years, and they want something, they saw someone, and this is kind of theoretical part. They saw something there, but they don't want, they want something, but they don't know what I want. And my job was to help them to discover what kind of page they want, what kind of website they want, how to look like. But when you have, and you have also to run them through the process as well, because if they put them to do alone, in starting points, they need someone to help them in that, to realize what they want. In terms, this is just only example from my practice, from my such a long time practice.
Absolutely. And that's actually the very valuable thing, that you have somebody who is helping you. And many times in business, and in a small business, when you realize that actually when you have to start with the business, you have no help. You know, there is nobody from your area who is going to help you, because they see you as a competition. You know, why should I with my business help you in your business when you are growing to be my competition? You know, so this is one of the things which the starting business people are struggling with. They don't have help, they don't have clarity in what exactly to do, and this is where the coach is very, very helpful. because they don't see you as a competition. They have different business, but they know how to help you in your business.
You know, and what is curious that every time when I, you know, in terms, because I started in this coaching part as a digital marketing coach 5 years ago, but and my 13 years career of, you know, marketing manager and for the web and graphic design and digital marketing, I always, when I met someone who is in this space, you know, in terms of web and graphic design, I always attract them to be contributor, not competitors. Why? Because if we are in different areas, in different, you know, English is my second language, but if this person is from US or Canada or somewhere, maybe it's easier for her to give her business from that client because they speak the same language, easier for them or something. Anyway, and I always do that, and you build your international team. So for me, I think that you as a coach, you're so different than the other coaches in 3 principles, for example, because you have your approach. I have my approach, as I said, and we're unique. And we do from outside, inside of us. So we cannot copy no one, and we don't have competitors, I mean. Because
absolutely, I agree with that.
We will work with people who wanted to connect with us on energetical level, because on same frequency level, who like us, trust us, and who understand what we do. There are many things that people love to connect with and build a relationship and build trustworthy and build, you know, this is the way, because we are human beings and we need to be connected and know about each other and what we do, and just not only just putting it, offering something, just we need to see how we can help. And this is how we can build friendship and, you know, many things, and help in some way in health issues or something like that. I had some experience with that, you know. So this is, in this world, there are such amazing people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you. I see the same.
Yeah, that's really true. And as we said, with our clients, we are like a big family to nurture it, because people love to be asked, people love to be seen, people love to be to respect them. This is only a small thing, but, you know, this is we're human being. To get back on track, we are human being and we are unique, and every of us here has a story, life story, business story, and we're different.
And this is what is beautiful about it.
Yeah, this is what is
everybody is bringing themselves, you know.
Yeah, and this is
and there is no copy of you in the world, so actually why to copy somebody? You know, be you. This is the best thing what you can bring on this planet, to bring you yourself.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course, all you, especially in 3P coaches, you know, you're one of them, but there are others, or life coaches, or, you know, business coaches, or whoever, and we all work different because we are different human beings. We're unique, and we don't have to care about it. We just need to work and build ourselves every single day, and build our business and connect with right people, and business is going to work very well. And just you didn't answer me, what is 3P, just for our listeners, just that they know it's you know, I know 3 words, you know, mind. Just tell us a little bit, but that people can resonate with it, because maybe there are really people who have never heard about it, like me, but working with and having a guest speakers like 3P coaches, I learned from you as well.
you know, this is something which we would go into the theory, and many coaches in the 3 principles are so that they don't like really to talk about the theory, because the 3 principles is just something to describe which is naturally working in our life, and there is difference in between to understand it and to live it. And that's why my focus is truly to, you know, show people some principles, some truths about life, which are kind of creating what we are experiencing, creating our life. And more we understand how our system works, the better we can navigate in our life. It's the same as you understand how car is working, so the car can bring you from point A to point B. But when you don't know how the car is working, you are kind of stuck, you know. So the three principles is just a kind of modality to show, to point on the truth and on the principles about the life, so that when we know how it works, when we know how our experiences is created, and where is our potential, then we can truly put it into practice and to use it in our life. So when we try to understand it, okay, what are the three principles, you know, then we are not really using it. So, but just to answer your question, there is, and for also listeners, I would encourage you to see it as a metaphor, what I will be describing, because it doesn't matter how we call it. It's just point to some principles in our life which are working in our life, which are our life is put together, and we can better understand it on a in a whole our system than just in our intellect, you know. So these are the three principles which are pointing on that our experience is created from inside out. It's not our circumstances we are in, but it's our for first thinking or the energy of thoughts which are creating our experience. So what we think about, and we can see it, we cannot experience good feelings when we think bad. We don't, and we don't experience bad feelings when we have good positive thinking, you know. And this flow of the energy of the thoughts, which is one of those principles, is actually creating our experience. Another principle is our consciousness, and this is also like the angle, the level of understanding of life we are looking at. This is also about to see the life as an observer, not to be involved in everything what is going in our life. So this is also connected of our self sensory, so that we can observe ourselves, what we do, we can observe our situation, our circumstances, and also how we can actually observe our inside, you know. And also this is very much connected with our focus, what we are focusing on. And there is this energy, many people already heard that when you focus on something, it grows. And this is all in this second principle, you know. And then it's a principle of universal mind, and this is a principle of how to connect with the unseen things, how to connect with the things which are before the form. This is the source of a new ideas. This is the source of the wisdom of life, and this is also the source of the energy, simply the energy of life, that we are alive. So combine, and again, this is something which let's just look at it as a metaphor, because it's not about to understand it. It's about how to put it really into practice, how to really experience it in your day-to-day life, and how to see how truth it is. And when you see it, you whole your life not only totally simplified, because you stop to struggle with the things you were struggling before, because you thought that that's a problem in your life. But when you understand how the problem is created, when you go to the source of the, you know, to the base where actually the kind of problems we see are problems are created, when you see beyond the curtains, you know, then you suddenly get the power to overcome it.
This and you explain it, and thank you so much for this such a great explanation. And what I learned from there is like thoughts are not our reality. Is that correct? What we think that is not always reality as well, because we have many thoughts over the day. It's more than 75,000, I mean, something like that.
I wouldn't describe it like that, that it's not our reality, because when we think about thought that it's truth, it becomes our reality. So it's not that it's not real, but there is this freedom of not taking all the thoughts seriously, So because we can actually, this thought energy is creating our experience, is creating what is coming out. So in some angle, there absolutely they are. We cannot say it's not reality. It's become reality. So it's just to understand how it works and where the energy, how the energy flows.
Just to be clear on that, because this is the point of this podcast, just to have conversation and to be crystal clear on this topic, just for listeners for better understanding, maybe. Yeah, and can you tell us a little bit about bootcamp, just to when you will start with bootcamp, and just for listeners to know about it, and maybe you have to add something, and share links, and just to share with us.
Absolutely. So if even some part of what we were talking together with Kristina today interested you or open you some new thoughts, or just you feel that you can appreciate some help in anything you are doing in your life, when you are overwhelmed, when you are going through emotional struggles, when you just want to know more about yourself and your, these self-discoveries, transformations, find new ways in relationship, in money, in your own potential, I absolutely inviting you to come and attend the bootcamp. So first round, or the next round, is starting on September 30th. It's going to be Saturday, and the time is 7 a.m. Pacific daytime, 10 a.m. Eastern daytime, and 3 p.m. British summertime.
UK time. UK
London time. Exactly. So these are the times, and you will find all the informations about the bootcamp. You can also contact with me. If you want to hear more, you can even have a free call with me before you join. But it's very simple. You can get your informations, and you can book your spot in the bootcamp on truefreedomcoach.com.
Yeah, it's nice, and I'm super happy with this special episode, because we just have such an amazing conversation and discover more things about, and it's like and I think that for our listeners this is going to be so helpful and so knowledgeable, because we all need such a good information, and be different, in some way, and have our true potential, just to discover it. What do you think?
I think it's the same, and I'm very happy that we met.
As I said, I mentioned you, we have two hosts today, but I'm one of them. But it was likely because this episode is, as I said, a little bit different. And also, if I asked you many questions, and we really share such amazing conversation and questions, and get deep inside of that. Do you have something to some final message for our listeners who will listen to this podcast in September? You mentioned it's going to be in September 30 to start. Okay.
September 30th. Maybe what I would say, many people have a little bit, anxiety about like, if I should join or not, and many times people put also pressure on themselves that they think that they have to, be on some level, they have to show up in some, kind of way, or, they have to know something or anything, any pressure. I just want to just encourage you to that you don't have to. You don't have to, prepare for that. You don't have to know something, be on some level. Don't worry about it. Just come as you are. That's all what you need. And many times my clients find the sessions very empowering and very relaxing. So just come as you are.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Just come as you are and come be open for conversation and discovery call session. So yes, you can go to the www.truefreedom.com. Is that correct?
No, it's truefreedomcoach.com.
Coach.com. Thank you. And can you share with us how listeners could find you on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook also?
Exactly.
Is this the same True Freedom Coach? Or just
I can share this with you. It might be connected also with my name, Ladislav Smrtnik. So yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course on my website, truefreedomcoach.com.
It was lovely talking to you today, and I'm super happy to invite you to join the program to experience bootcamp. And and you will see such a good benefit. Thank you, Ladislav. You were such an amazing host as well today in this special episode. I'm super happy with that, and happy boot camping. And we'll see you after boot camp just to share how it was there. In next episode you will be guest as well. Also, thank you so much, and it was such a pleasure talking to you and having you as a special guest speaker. And host as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.